Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Corey, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. Just spoken to a gentleman who was desperate to get in touch with us. He was having a conversation with his wife, and his wife said to him, she doesn't want to have sex ever again. So sex is off the table. And when he had this conversation, he was so shocked. He didn't know what to do. Then he asked her, well, what does this mean for our relationship? Does it mean it's over? She said, no, I want to be part of the relationship. And the first question he did ask, which apparently made her absolutely crazy. He said, well, if we can't have sex, can I have sex with somebody else? And then she flipped out and said, no, you cannot have sex with anybody else. So essentially, sex is off the table, not only in our relationship where she thinks it's not valuable within the relationship, but it's also off the table for him to have sex somewhere else, which makes it a big deal, which is quite a contrast, which is mind-boggling because, okay, if it's not valuable at all for you, why is it valuable when I take it with somebody else? Which is, I think, a very weird, strange scenario. So anyways, they had this scenario and he's just been searching for answers for the past few days. And he said he's looked through books and he said he Googled sexless relationship podcasts, and our podcast is on the first page. So I didn't know that was the case. I think we've just created enough content about sexless that we now you've got the ability to find us. Apparently we're a bit lower at the bottom, but he liked the fact that we cater directly to men and specifically for men. So he listened to some of our episodes. So he got desperate to get in touch with us, found us on Instagram and found us on Facebook. So I got messages from both Instagram and Facebook. I thought, oh, this guy really needs to speak to me. So I got in touch with him and we managed to get into a conversation. It was a very difficult conversation because, and like he said, and he was open enough to say, and I did say I'm going to make a podcast episode about this conversation, and also mention the fact that he said he couldn't see his life beyond Christmas. And again, for me, I've spoken to a lot of guys who have been in that place before, and there's some guys who just went beyond that help, tried to get them to people for their hope, and they've sadly not seen this year, for example. So I knew that he was very serious. We talked through some of the situation that he's in. We talked about his partner. We've talked about things that led to where they are right now. And one of the things that we end up discovering is that she is what we call the Punisher. So the Punisher, which is one of the 7 profiles that we've created of women that cause a sexless relationship. And the Punisher is the one that earlier on in life, the men around her were quite abusive, caused her trauma, caused her fear, caused her to feel helpless. And all of those trauma that she's carried over a period of life is that she's now married. She's now got a place where she still feels that. And it influences her to now try and regain power in the relationship, and she will do that by punishing you. And because you value sex, she will withhold that to see you suffer. And the more she sees you suffer, the more she feels in control of her emotions. So she will lose out of control. But in order to feel control, she will exert sort of punishment on you in order to feel a sense of control, a sense of power. And over a period of years, which is within 4 years, they only had sex 4 times. And now that they're this position, he said, she just said sex is now off the table. And this was more of a death blow. Like, this is, I'm now going to finish you. I've taken everything from you. Because now he's at like the breaking point. So I'm now really going to deliver the death blow. And she did. Said no more sex forever. And is somebody who's not willing to go and cheat. Nobody is not willing to go out and see anybody else. He just loves his wife and he wants to be with her. And as we spoke about this, I delivered that she's a Punisher. This is what she's been doing. And then I said, this is what you need to be doing in order to win her back, and not just win her back emotionally, but also win her back sexually. So as he left with a game plan. And I've offered this to you guys for free, and I haven't mentioned it for the past, 10 episodes, because at the moment, Reignited Man is full. We're not taking on any more customers. I think we're going to open it in a few weeks, but we're not really taking on any customers. So I put him through that selection the process that we made a custom selection blueprint for him. But generally, we're not taking on anybody. We're not taking on anyone. So that's why I've not mentioned it in past few episodes. But if you are in a position where you feel like you don't want to see the next Christmas because life has got very difficult, we've got open slots for you where you can come and speak to us. We can find out what type of woman you're with, or at least the profile amongst the profiles that we have, what type of woman she is, and what strategy you might need to employ in order to start winning her back, and also winning her back sexually. So again, this is only open for those people that are at the last point where they've nothing else that they want to try. They're about to give up, and the only way you can get in touch with us is through the Facebook group. So go and join the Facebook group. That is Thriving Tribesmen Facebook group. Go and join. There's a link as soon as you join that is been pinned on the features posts where it says custom seduction blueprint. Click on that, get you to your calendar. As you get to the calendar, make a booking over there. My bookings will probably be on Monday, and we'll be able to talk. If you want to speak to me directly tomorrow, if there's it's completely urgent, you go to thriving_tribesmen on Instagram. You can get to me through that. So I just want to help you guys, because I know there's some of you guys, and this is the reason why I'm making this episode right now, because I know there's some of you guys that are at breaking point. Like, if you didn't see another Christmas, you would feel like you're free, and I don't want that for you. I want you to live a long life, one that is happy, one that's fulfilling, and one will help you through it. Again, if you don't want to speak to me, that's fine. Go to a website called betterhelp.com, and if you see yourself getting to that point, there's also organizations like betterhelp.com. I think they do paid services, but these people can help you, especially if you're feeling so suicidal and you're thinking like you don't want to live on. And then there's also, if you're in the UK, there's men's suicide hotlines that you can go through too as well. So you can Google that suicide hotline. Those are free services. You can speak to somebody who can walk you through maybe how to cope with a few things. And then when it comes to actually winning a wife back, and if you still want to be with a wife, then we can walk you through what that looks like as well. So again, like I said, we'll give you all of it free. We'll give you the help to restructure all of that. So thank you very much, guys. I'll be speaking to you guys soon. Take care.